So anyways, let's back up more. Michael Jackson. I had no idea how big that guy was. I forgot. I don't know if any of the rest of you were like this, but I forgot how famous that guy was. Or I should say more like how talented he was. Because really to be honest with you, from about 91, 92, the last 17, 18 years was so not even about his music or his talent. It was all about his plastic surgery, those trials he went through, the plastic surgery, just all the weird stuff. And then another thing about him was I really felt that he was kind of like a comedian who stopped writing, a brilliant comedian, He just kept wearing those penny loafers, and he kept doing that, kicking his leg up, He does that little knee thing, and then the little mime step to the side, and he whoosh, throws his fucking hand up into the air, sort of the John Travolta, like I'm going to disco dance, but wait a second, I'm stopping, But anyway, so the guy dies, and then they started showing all his videos on MTV, if you can fucking believe it. They actually showed videos on MTV, and I came in from shooting the movie at like 5 in the morning, and I sat there and I watched his videos for like a fucking hour, and I remembered once again what a giant that guy was. I don't know if you guys are old like me, but for some of you youngsters out there, when that Thriller video came out, I can't even. It was ridiculous. I just wish that you could just watch all the videos that like had taken place before that video. Have you ever seen that Journey one, that awful Journey video where, I'm not really into the music of Journey, but those were all top-notch fucking musicians. All right? What's his face there? Their lead singer there, unbelievable voice, even though I just didn't like. And their drummer, Steve Smith, is like, he's like one of the greatest drummers in the world right now, considered that. But for some reason, when they made the video, you have all these top-notch fucking musicians. For some reason, they decided that they should, rather than have one of the greatest drummers in the world drum, that he should air drum. And that all the guitarists should air guitar. And then the worst thing ever, they had the keyboardist air keyboard. And then they were all fucking just hunched in together, like sort of just stomping their foot. It was fucking embarrassing then. So anyway, so Thriller came out, and basically what MTV would do was they actually had a debut of the video. That's how fucking huge it was. I remember they used to do debuts, but it was just everybody fucking watched it. And it wasn't just like they debuted it and then it was in the rotation. They like showed it at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right as the kids came home from school. And then they were like, we will be showing it again at 6. And then you'd go live your little fucking, I'm 12-year-old life. And then you'd come back at fucking 5:58. You'd sit there with your jaw on the floor. You'd watch it again. And then they'd be like, we're going to show it again at 9. And then once, right before you went, you'd watch it again. And then the next day, everybody go to school. Dude, I saw it 4 times. I saw it 5 times. No way. You'd have to stay up till 3 in the fucking morning. Like these stupid arguments. And they did that for like a fucking week. It was unreal. And I actually watched it. That's the first time they actually showed the full-length one. And I don't think I've seen the full-length version of that since the 80s. And I don't know. It was fucking amazing, and then it's also sad because you're looking at the guy. That's what I always do when I look at the old videos. I'm like, he was a good-looking guy. The fuck did he do? Or like as you're watching him gradually, have operations, you just right there. We should have stopped right there. Right there. Stop, freeze. 1, 2, 3, red light. But he just kept fucking going, and I don't know. One other thing that pissed me off was I was reading in the Post, there was a guy writing for the Post saying how he actually was at the second child molestation trial and was saying how ridiculous it was and how he couldn't even believe it went to trial, that the charges were such bullshit. And I just remember thinking, going, where the fuck was that story in the Post during that time? Because I was reading the Post, because I like the sports page, and all they did was just talk about they had him convicted in the paper. So in my mind, he was fucking convicted. I hate when papers do that. Like they go all the way to the left, and then when they realize, the that they can't go to the left anymore, then they present the fucking right. But I digress. So, so Farrah Fawcett dies. Talk about, out of all the fucking days to die, you die on a day when a guy... Dude, Michael Jackson is so famous. Have you guys seen that thing? An entire prison yard in the Philippines worked 9 hours to reenact the Thriller dance. And they did it and they put it up on YouTube. These are prisoners in the fucking Philippines. Now, at the risk of pissing off all you white trash ice road truckers out there, fuck Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley he just wasn't anywhere near that. He was huge. There's a bunch of people right now. Now, wait a minute. That's the fucking king, man. You don't say that shit. Elvis Presley was the fucking king. You understand that, buddy? Michael Jackson was the king of pop. Do you understand that? That means his kingdom is clarified. He's the king of everything? No, he's the king of fucking pop. Elvis Presley was the fucking king, period. Which means Michael Jackson was his fucking subject.